I would love to be a furry. So I asked her to make art, and all I gave her was your YouTube channel.
We should just get this out of the way real fast.
They're not even traditional compared to other brown families, but they're traditional.
Yeah.
Still compared to like...
Compared to this.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jesse the Queer Deer, and I'm here with...
My name is Manisha, my regular name, my everyday.
Yeah, what's your furry name?
Okay, if I were to be a furry, I would have the name... I don't know.
I like how you immediately started thinking about it. I appreciate how much effort you immediately put into that question.
I would love to be a furry.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa,
so
we're all ready to get... This is awesome. Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Okay, I'd love to be a furry. Think about it all the time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Holy shit, wait, I didn't even know this.
But I just don't know if I could fully be committed to the whole lifestyle. It would just be something that I'd like to creatively do. Being
a furry, you don't need to tick off certain boxes to be a furry. Some people are just oh, I bought art once. You don't have to be a weirdo like me and buy a full-on suit. This is a decision.
I think it would be for me just something that I've seen that I like rather than something I'm intuitively oh, this is me.
The term, which I brought up actually before on the channel, is lifestyler. So someone that makes furry every part of their life. The way I heard it described is you wake up and you're a furry, you go to work, you're a furry, every decision you make, it's I'm a furry, I'm gonna do this. But yeah, you can totally just do it as a hobby thing.
I would like to be a very sexy
Oh yeah? Yeah, no, send it. Do you think you'd get it with art, or do you think you'd ever want to invest in a fursuit?
If I were to invest in a fursuit, I don't know where I would hide it in my house.
Oh, I guess you would need to hide. That's a good point.
I would personally need to hide it. I'm brown.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But at some point, I would get a fursuit if I was that invested.
That's fucking dope. Who are you?
Oh, God.
Tell me now.
What part of my life should I introduce? Just my name?
What are you? What are you?
I'd say I'm a cool person.
Hell yeah.
I'm
cool person.
Manisha, cool person.
Carefree.
You and I were friends. We met in high school. When did I actually start hanging out with you? That was grade...
I would say grade 9 or 10. You're 10. I think 10.
Yeah, that's when we get. Because that's when we... What was that? What was that group chat we made?
We made a group chat with me, you, and another person.
What was it called? Yeah, it had a really dumb name.
Buddy Pal Friends?
Yes, the Buddy Pal Friends Club. Oh shit.
How did you know that? You weren't even a part of it.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh yeah, I guess for context, sorry, the mysterious voice you heard behind the camera. We've got Nav chilling. He's just hanging out.
Amazing guest star.
Yeah, guest star. Yes, he's pretty much famous on this channel anymore. So now he's he's the director. He's behind the camera.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
Producer,
he had his
Yeah, he's producer now.
Yeah, he does time in the limelight.
Tells us what to say. We're scripted.
Yeah, exactly. None of this is real. This is all just Nav's. He's pulling all the strings.
This is all my brainchild.
Exactly. Yeah. So we met in high school. Yeah, due to COVID, we haven't seen each other in a year, right?
A year, yeah. But every time we see each other, it's we always pick up where we left off.
That's a good point. We're really chill in that way, and you never feel Jesse leaving me and then die.
No.
No, like that. Yeah, no. But
no, everybody has their lives that are busy too.
This is true. I have whatever the hell this is.
You got this going on. I got this going on.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right at the beginning of the video, you kind of dropped a bunch of information. I was whoa, I didn't know any of this. When you said oh, you'd be a furry, so what degree? Because I know for me personally, what really drew me to furries is because I felt I don't know, I guess the way I describe it is I almost feel I have some sort of affinity. When I saw furry art for the first time, I was oh, this feels like it's made for me.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Do you feel the same way, or is it more so just sort of an interest of oh, this just kind of seems fun? When I see furry art, I'm very intrigued by it. Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm oh, this is made for me, but I could look at it for very long in detail.
Okay.
And I would love to see someone making it, or love to see people making it together. The person who wants the art made of them and the artist making it together. That's just oh, you're so creative.
That's so interesting. Sorry, I think this is a case of we just haven't spoken to each other in so long.
Yeah.
None of these videos are ever planned, but it's still one of those cases where it's oh, I just didn't know this aspect of yourself. This is cool that we're discovering this on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, also, just real quick, I forgot to mention this. Just on the topic of furry art, I believe there's art on my door that is now in frame that wasn't there last video.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Okay, see that? That I like.
Yeah?
I really like that. I wish.
You keep that in your room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I wish that was me.
Yeah, no, okay, so yeah. just because, you know, it's always good to credit your artist. This is by Yoko Darkpaw. You can follow on Fur Affinity, Twitter, all the fun stuff. I'm gonna put her links. Because inevitably I'm gonna get so many people in the comments like, yo, who made that? Because I think when it comes to like people seeing furry art, like that is the type of art that I think some people would be like, oh, that's weird. Like, cause it's
even furries or like
no. I think like an average person, like someone like if I showed some of my friends that I had in high school, they'd be like that's like sexualizing a corgi. That's weird.
I would never think of it that way.
Yeah.
I would never think of it that way because I love pets.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
all sorts, but I would never associate the two.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I feel like this is a whole different world.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree. Like what I am, I don't actually think I'm a deer, right? This is something totally different. This is putting when I put this fursuit on, it's like sort of like having a character that's represented as a deer. The character in that piece of art is actually the artist, one of their characters, someone they actually even have a fursuit of her. They probably see it more so as like, oh, this breed of dog kind of represents this character best. Because, you know, sure, you know, you really enjoy dogs. That's a weird way to put it. But like, I know you really like dogs.
I really like them.
Yeah, enjoy. None of us word. Corgis definitely have a personality to them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath in this fursuit.
I can't even imagine. I'm getting hot. And I'm just wearing a long sleeve
Yeah, no,
shirt.
this is like, I feel like this is like, yeah, like wearing a parka.
I think the other thing I really like about furries, or the thing that I enjoy about like the idea of it, is that your identity is like so hidden if you're in a fursuit, like fully.
Yeah, no,
so you could just be a different person.
No, that's exactly what it is. For me, like when I made Jesse as a character, I really thought about what he would be and how he is similar to me and how he's different. That's sort of where in like the term that furries use is like fursona, with, you know, furry persona. Some people are like, oh, this character is just me but furry. Like some people are like, it's literally just the same person but as an animal.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, this isn't me at all. This is just a character that I portray. And then people like me are somewhere like halfway between, where what I've done with this character is I've taken parts of myself and sort of exaggerated them.
Yeah.
And I know there are people out there who have like really intense social anxiety. They don't feel comfortable talking to people, but then they get into fursuit, but their character is comfortable talking to people.
That's amazing.
Because you're in a fursuit and because it kind of like dulls your senses a little bit, it makes you like feel like, oh, this isn't me anymore. This is, you know, Jesse. This is a giant deer. Whoops. Anyway, this is Jesse. This is a giant deer, and he's totally fine talking to people.
Yeah, I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's like amazing.
Yeah, and then
it's so positive. Okay, if you were to see me in a fursuit, but just like me as you know me,
okay,
what type of animal would you put me as?
Or
a mixture.
Immediately when you said like, oh, what do you think I would be? Like for some reason the immediate image that popped in my head, like a female cat in like a business suit. If it was like yeah, like someone who's like kind of like professional, but like also like I don't know. That's just the vibe. That's just immediately what popped into my head.
It's actually so funny because when I initially thought of like who would I be as a furry, I also thought of like a cat.
Oh,
like
weird.
some sort of like feline, like very sexy, like because I feel like cats are portrayed as temptress, like seductive type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Cats, like real cats, definitely are, you know, really on top of like making sure that they're clean and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like I think sexy sort of like kind of would make sense when you're portraying like an anthropomorphic cat.
So that would be the first one that I would think of too.
Oh shit!
It's so weird.
Yeah. I will say though, something interesting is like so certain furry species definitely have like stereotypes to them. Sometimes people really care about, oh yeah, like I picked this species because of I feel like I associate with this animal and like I feel like this personality matches. Then some people just don't care and they're just like, I just picked it because I like this animal. I'm somewhere in the middle of those two things. Yeah, no, like I've seen some people who like make a character a certain species but totally reject how that species would normally be portrayed.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Like I guess if you were to make a character, don't feel as though that you've got to be locked. Oh, I got to pick an animal that actually matches me. Like you can just do like whatever you want.
I lean towards like panther, cat, fox.
I know the top 3 furry species, just in general, like they did a statistic. They just asked a whole bunch of furries, like, oh, what species is your primary persona? And the top 3 for like the entirety of the fandom have always been fox, wolf, and dragon.
Oh, dragon.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of my roommates are dragons.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah, so it's just interesting how it's like, yeah, those are the big 3. Just go back a bit. But you mentioned like, you're like, oh, if I ever did it first, I'd have to hide it.
I am Punjabi. In my family, like, and a lot of brown families, it's like, you're straight and you're only straight.
Yeah, exactly.
If you were anything else, it's not that you might not be disowned, like my family's not at that level, but you'd be looked at differently.
Yeah.
And I could never explain to them the intricacies of
this.
They would never understand. And I don't think I'd want to. I'd be scared.
More of like a traditional, to put it one way.
They're not even traditional compared to other brown families, but they're traditional. Still compared to like...
Compared to this. Yeah. Does it like affect you negatively at all, or is it kind of like you just kind of everything kind of fell into place and you're fine because you do identify as straight, right?
I do identify as straight. I think that I'm lucky compared to a lot of other people because I just fell into the bracket where I'm straight, but I'm open to anything else.
Exactly, yeah.
And like, you know, even if I were to do something else, I would never tell my family that.
Exactly.
It would just be like a personal thing. Yeah, I got lucky, I think. Otherwise, I could be living in like just torture and...
Yeah, just like wanting to be free, be independent, and get out of that.
I would have to wait to move out, live my own life. But even when you're brown, you're not technically supposed to like move out your house. So you're literally trapped.
In like Punjabi culture, it's like a lot more like family driven, right? Like in the sense of like...
That's correct. Your whole family lives together. Even when you get married, I would never do this, but a lot of people like go to live with their in-laws. You never really are alone. Yeah. Like, you're always with either close family or your big family. Like, it's just not normal to live alone or outside of your family.
I also know, like, from both of you, like, you'll constantly say, like, how you're hanging out with cousins and stuff. You're very close. Even your extended family you're close with. I know for me, that's not the case. I kind of hang out with my cousin every so often. She actually moved to Scotland. That's, like, the definition of not living with family.
I wish I could live somewhere else in the world, but...
Yeah, that's a good question, though, because, part, like, from a Punjabi family and you live in Canada, how does the parts of your family that don't live in Canada feel about your family having moved here?
They're like envious.
Oh, really? Okay. So...
In Canada, it's like you're living like such a better life than other people, even if they're living in like UK. Even they're like, oh, you live in Canada, you're so fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, my immediate assumption was that you would be the case of, oh, you've abandoned your family or something. So that's cool that it's like, even that at least is positive.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm glad that I live here.
Do you ever think you'd move away from your family, like, ever? Do you ever think, like, you'd live alone or, like, with Nav?
I hope to live with Nav, but I think we'd have to wait till we get married.
So it's still almost, like, family-driven.
But it would be so fun to live, like, alone.
Or, exactly.
Like, with friends.
Yeah, I guess it's just sort of interesting, like, the cultural differences. My family, kind of an interesting thing. My dad actually moved out before I did. I don't mean that in a negative way at all. It was a case of, so my parents, they've split up. That's something I'm very open about. So my dad moved in with his partner in a separate city. That's, I think, the definition of, like, a major cultural difference, where it's like, the child didn't move out, the parent did, and then I later moved in with my roommate and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it just seemed like, like that's just like next level freedom.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah, I know. That's so interesting, yeah.
I just saw the kept teeth.
Yes, like little I don't want to show my face, but like I got little fangs.
Yeah.
The reason for that in real life, like outside of my fursuit, I have really, really pronounced canine teeth. They're really sharp. I kind of want to have, bits of my real self kind of reflect.
Oh, that's so awesome.
In my furry self. So like, I put even though deer obviously would not have fangs for any reason, I was like, I'm gonna throw some fangs on this. So that's why I fast forwarded my fursuit.
Yeah, because you're more like a mixture.
A little bit, yeah. I just sort of picked my favorite parts of like deer, and then for the parts I wasn't as big a fan of, I just kind of switched out, because that's what's so cool about making a character. You can just bend the rules. You don't have to follow anyone's rule set.
Yeah.
So it's the same reason, like, I have paws, but I'm a deer. Obviously, deer don't have paws. However, being a deer, though, I don't have claws, which is intentional, because deer are obviously herbivores. They wouldn't need claws if they had paws.
Oh, yeah. And what made you do the hip?
The hips? I think it's hot. That's basically it. I've seen fursuits that have like huge hips, and I was like, I think that looks great. I want that. That's it. That is the only reason I went for the hips.
That makes sense.
Fursuits, there's 3 types, I guess if you want to call it. So there's partial suits, which is if you have watched my Cornflakes video, he has a partial, which is just a head, paws, that's it. It's not like kind of wear clothes. Those ones are obviously gonna be a lot cheaper because there's just less material involved. Then there's what's called plantigrade, which is, so animals in real life are either plantigrade or digitigrade. So plantigrade is what humans are. We, our legs are straight, we stand on 2 legs. But if you notice like a dog or a cat, their hind legs actually kind of, their knee goes the opposite direction. And that is a digitigrade animal. And so fursuits reflect that. So there's fursuits out there that are plantigrade where it's just like, human legs.
Yeah.
But then mine, I don't know if it's fully in frames. Might be hard to tell. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just kind of put a picture of my Twitter that shows my full body. Okay. I'll throw that on screen. But basically, what you can see right now is you'll notice that there's a bit of like an optical illusion happening where it's like there's padding in the back of this side and the front of this side.
Yeah.
To make it look like my knee is actually bending backward. Yeah.
Whoa.
And so that's part of the reason that there's so much padding in the legs, because my suit is a digitigrade suit. To make it look like my legs are actually bent the other way.
There's just so much thought put into it.
I know, like, whenever I mention, because my coworkers know that I'm a furry, and also shout out, make sure to stay tuned. My next video is actually gonna have one of my coworkers in it, so tune in 2 weeks from now, and that video will be here. Anyway, well, a little self promotion there. No, but when I told my coworkers that I'm a furry, I kind of like explained how the suit is made, and then of course I talked about the cost. Because that's what I've learned is a lot of time, like, people who aren't furries always want to hear about the price. That's usually their go-to question. So like my coworkers, they were kind of like, they always ask about, like, sort of what goes into the suit, what it has, and that sort of thing. And I think, a lot of people don't realize just how much like little things kind of add up to make the fursuit look as good as it does.
Yeah, like real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like, there's the padding, there's the patterning, like, if I like turn around, there's like all these spots on my back. And the person who made this, BN Creation on Twitter, shout out to him. So I'm dropping a lot of promos today. But BN Creation, the person, Blue Nose Creations, the person who made this fursuit, like all those spots he had to hand cut out and like stitch in. There's so much effort that goes into this fursuit. I'm obviously very, very grateful for it. So it's just like all these little things that add up that make it fantastic.
Yeah, this is a very surreal experience.
Also for the viewers, like, this is her first time seeing me in fursuit, like, ever. I guess you've seen my pictures on like Instagram and stuff though, right?
Well, I've seen it in like the videos prior to this.
Yeah.
And I was already blown away.
Yeah, I don't know, that's like.
And then I saw like, just like drawing stuff. Like
I showed you. I remember like back in high school, I remember I showed you some of like my artwork that I had purchased, right?
Yeah. This is the creation.
I've been brought to life.
This is the brought to life part. So do you wear this to like parties and stuff?
At the moment, no, just because of like, COVID, the world's ending. But
did you get it after?
I got it in March when I was kidding. Yeah, exactly. Well, like this most recent March, so in the middle of COVID, not like last year.
Okay.
That would have been brutal if I had it for like a year and just never could do anything with it.
Yeah.
Actually, funnily enough, that's exactly what happened to Cornflakes, who was in my one of my earlier videos. He got his fursuit, I think, in April. So like the month after COVID really hit. And he hasn't been able to bring it to a single convention.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks in like a lot. So I haven't brought it to any parties or stuff. That's definitely something I enjoy.
That's what you want to do, right?
Yeah, like I enjoy parties, and I enjoy the idea of like wearing this to parties, with hugging people that, post COVID, when we can do that. This is just sweat and body heat. Like I am sweat incarnate. No, not really. The sweat doesn't really get through because I'm wearing like Under Armour under it, which you saw as I was putting this on.
I saw it.
Yeah. Inside info. So yeah, the sweat doesn't really come through, and because it also doesn't smell bad. So at least I think so. Do I smell like shit right now?
Doesn't smell bad.
Thank you, Nav, for the reassurance. I really want to wear this to conventions. I want to just like walk around. Actually, dude, more self promo today. We're just going all out. The second I can go to a convention, I'm gonna be doing like convention vlogs. I'm totally gonna be like having the camera with me.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, and also, hey, I know I don't have a huge fan base, but if any of you guys see me at a convention, totally like come up to me and be like,
I don't think that they'll miss you.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, if you do see me, like totally like come up to me, say hi. I'll put you in the video.
I have a surprise.
Oh, okay.
I have a surprise. I didn't even tell Navin about this on my phone. I have a friend who's an artist.
I'm so nervous right now.
So I asked her to make art, and all I gave her was your YouTube channel.
Okay.
And then I said, can you make a piece of art for my friend?
What? Okay, wait. I'm losing it right now.
And then I just said, you have free reign, because I didn't even know what I would put in like an illustration. So I was like, just free reign.
Okay.
Please make this, and just so here.
I'm so ready. Yeah, I'm so ready. You gotta put it in front of like one eye. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. The only info I gave her was this is the YouTube channel.
All right. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's so awesome! Oh my god! I'm gonna set that as my profile picture.
Nice.
That is so cute.
I thought it was so cute.
Oh my gosh! You know what's
like
interesting?
So kind of flirty, but not, but kind of like powerful.
No, I totally. And you know what's crazy is, so you only linked them my YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
They definitely did their research.
She's someone like that.
Yeah, both the hair and the clothing that I'm wearing is from my reference sheet. So she would have had to have found it on like a separate website that I've uploaded to.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she might have like stalked my Twitter or something in a good way.
She probably did.
Yeah, because like you'll notice that. I mean, I'm gonna definitely put this piece of art up on. I'm just gonna take this down. Okay, so you'll notice my fursuit doesn't have actually any hair. I've got like a little bit of a tuft, but that's it. But this piece of art has full on like the hair that I have in my artwork reference sheet, because my fursuit differs ever so slightly from what I do when I get like artwork. That's cool. Oh my gosh,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. They did their research. I'm afraid what else they found. That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
I love the pose.
There's also like little things as well. Like she even got like the antlers correct. Like that is actually the shape of the antlers that I get, where it curves backward.
Very good artist.
Definitely send me that, and also send me the artist like links and stuff. Like I'm gonna know who made this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's nice.
That is an amazing.
Really well done.
And she told me that she doesn't really like. She's done furry art in the past.
Yeah.
But this isn't like what she does. So her name is Kai the Foe.
Kai the Foe?
Yeah. That's how you say it.
Is it on Twitter or Instagram?
I think she has Instagram.
Kai the Foe. Follow her on Instagram. That's fucking awesome.
Okay, I'm so glad that you like it.
One of the ways to immediately make any furry lose their mind is to give them gift art. Like that's what you do. Like that's awesome. That's so cool. I can't get over that.
I'm so glad that you like it.
You're a graphic designer, right? Or you're going to school for it, right?
Oh yeah. I'm going in my 3rd year of graphic design.
That's awesome.
And I took 1 year program before that. So I've been doing it for like 4 years now.
Damn. You know, are you wanting to go in like career for it? Like want to do like freelance work or?
No, I don't want to do freelance work. Oh. I want to like be like a part of a company.
Yeah, have like a salary.
I want steadiness.
Yeah.
I want safety net. But yeah, I love graphic design.
Yeah, no. The only reason I asked is like if it was freelance, I'd totally plug your stuff.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know. Oh, no. Hey, I mean, if you're a business owner and you're a big company that can give her a salary, you know.
Yeah, then you can. Oh, but you can look at my Instagram. It's called Dulé Designs.
On screen right now. The amount of plugging that has happened in this video is fucking hilarious. Dude, if you haven't followed like 10 new artists by the end of this video, like why even watch? Well, actually, one quick thing I do want to say about just making YouTube videos. I've been sort of making YouTube videos, on and off since like high school. None of them went anywhere. This is like the first time I've actually had any like more than 10 subscribers. What I thought and what a lot of people think is like, oh, YouTube videos are fun because you just record yourself doing stuff. No. I record for about an hour, and then I edit for about 16 per video. Making YouTube videos isn't the filming, it's the editing.
I think your editing skills are pretty good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I have a full-time job, and then I also do all this editing, and it's just, my time schedule's fucked.
Yeah.
I can sleep. So, I've been Jesse the Queer Deer. This has been
Manisha.
Or Dulé Designs on Instagram.
Designs, yeah.
Yeah, follow that. Oh yeah, I guess one piece of information we just never mentioned, we should just get this out of the way real fast.
Okay.
You're dating Nav.
Yeah. The guy in the first video, he's not single.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people thought Nav and I were dating, but that's not the case. Oh, hey, don't mention that. Yeah, so yeah, if you think Nav's cute, just Club Penguin or RuneScape.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best way to get to him.
Yeah, this is true. I also have other accounts. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all Jesse the Deer on everything. Yeah, that's been the video. This has been Manisha. I hope you enjoyed it. So I keep forgetting, if you have any suggestions for video ideas, totally leave them in the comments. Because I've actually been getting way more comments than I was ever expecting. But if you have any video ideas, please let me know. I would love to know what you guys want to see from me. And also, if you enjoyed this video, totally check out my first video with Nav. I think that's a good jumping off point. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.